back to another episode of Cheat Code Podcast. This your boy Tez.
I'm Deshaun.
And today Deshaun gonna be giving me some little information about UFC, and we're gonna discuss that. Since I don't know much, hate to say it, I ain't the biggest fan of UFC, but it just ain't my cup of tea. But it's all good.
Yeah, I still don't understand how you not into it yet, brother. But we gonna get you that, man. I know how to reel you in. I know how to reel you in.
Yeah, I'm interested. I just ain't never been to. I know fighters, and I don't watch some matches before, but just like
I know how to get you though. I know how to get you. I know you love Florida, so today we talking about Florida boy number one, Game Bread.
Yes,
Jorge Masvidal. This guy's been fighting since Kimbo Slice was on YouTube. Backyards in Florida. First time I saw him, he knocked out another Puerto Rican.
Yeah, man. Be like that sometimes.
It had to be. All right, so this coming up weekend, we've been waiting on this past few months now, especially with the quarantine. It started with rumors. They got this thing called Fighter Island. At Abu Dhabi. So what UFC has done, they pretty much set up their own space to hold fights. So they got, every Saturday recently they had a couple of fights, and it's been great to get a lot of the underused guys. Just because the UFC is kind of like the WWE. They've got talent coming out of the ass, and you never see half of it. So it's been good, with the quarantine and everything, to kind of get to see some new fighters. A lot of guys I haven't been exposed to yet.
Yeah, all that good exposure.
Like one guy calls himself the Alpha Ginger.
The Alpha Ginger? He's a redhead.
He is.
Okay, so.
Yeah. And, he is. And his fight didn't go well.
That name don't go well either, but
Right. It's working for him. Most of the fight didn't go well for him. I say that. There was one portion where he thought the round was over. It wasn't. His opponent knew that, and he got him.
So at one point, he was just like, "Yeah,
he kind of hit the Nick Young. He did his job, got up, turned his back, and then pow.
Night.
So, almost. I feel like it should have been. If I get you with your back turned and I get to put everything I got in, and if I can't knock you out then, I don't know what else it's going to take. But
choking you out.
Yeah, he probably should have just jumped on his back and, choked him. But
I think a chokehold would have been my first move.
No, I'm going low blow.
It's like, you turn your back on me, forget Henry.
Hey,
I'm going to choke you. I'm in your ear.
You know what my dream would be? My dream would be? My dream? The Ric Flair chop to the back of the knee.
Oh, man.
If I could ever get in the cage and pull that off, guys who've done stuff before. There's actually, I forget his name. And, shame on the guy that he got. He put him in the walls of Jericho.
In the UFC?
Yeah. I have to look that up for you, man. He pulled it off. Like I said, shame on the guy for letting that happen, but it happened.
He put this man in the wall.
Yeah, bro. He didn't sit him on his neck the ones we love, the one we love, we used to call it the walls of Jericho, the Lion Tamer. He didn't sit him on his neck and crank back, but he got both legs up in the Boston Crab. Which, again, this is a UFC fight, bro. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
For a man to pick you up and turn you over and then break, no, brother.
It wasn't like the full setup where he got one leg and you ever see Malcolm in the Middle where they show that clip of Chris Benoit? You remember that show, right? It was in the intro. It was towards the end. Chris Benoit, he's struggling, he's fighting, he's flailing, but actually, it was Bret Hart. I'm getting it mixed up, but he got him turned over on his belly. That's not how it went. He kind of just caught the guy. He had one leg. He kind of caught the other one. Was like, you know what? Fuck it.
It's over.
You right? Start screaming like Kurt Angle. I'll break it. I'll break it.
I'm putting it down. It's over.
All right. Start screaming, tap, spitting everywhere. Tap.
The referee don't run the bell. He still got a minute.
Like shaking his hand. I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go.
Right. Come out there suplex.
All right, but back to it. So so Fighter Island's coming this weekend. A lot of big fights. The one that I was looking forward to the most, just because it had a great story behind it, was current champ Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns had a great showing recently, especially his last fight before he got the title shot against Tyron Woodley, where he pretty much manhandled him. Like he started early and just it wasn't even close. I don't even know if Tyron Woodley's coming back or not. I assume he's not retiring, but I feel like he might want to consider it. But anywho, so Gilbert Burns, he's been around for a while. He's been around for a while. So Gilbert Burns comes in, gets his shot, and he gets that win, and then they catch him backstage after the fight. He's talking, and he calls out Kamaru Usman. Usman, friend, teammate, they train together. So he probably feels like, I know this guy. I can take him.
Right.
So
that's another thing. Like it's not like on a disrespectful thing.
Right.
But sometimes you just gotta talk your shit. Excuse my language.
Right. I mean, I'm pretty sure like it stayed friendly between the two of them. Like I don't think it really got personal. But so he calls out Kamaru Usman, champ of the welterweight division. And everything is good until about a week out from the fight. News breaks: Gilbert Burns tested positive for COVID-19. So he's out. Never even made it on the island. He's already voted off. Poor guy. But he's out. In steps Jorge Masvidal. 6 days notice.
For a fight. Now that's some gay. That thug. I ain't gonna lie.
And if you listen to the interview he did with Arrow Hawani, he said, it's a lot of guys. I can't go into the what's the word? The explicits, the expletives, whatever the term may be that he threw out. They cut out a lot of his interview. If you go back and check it out on YouTube, a lot of the words he used got cut out. But just to keep it friendly, he said he didn't give any names, but they offered somebody to fight before they came to him. Pretty much, he said that guy's a bitch and he didn't take the fight. I ain't like that. To sum it up, he didn't drop a name yet, but to sum it up,
real Florida dude.
He really do it. I mean, so
and I appreciate you, brother.
Okay, so he steps in, and the thing about him is, of course, him and Dana White and the UFC been going back and forth publicly because he wanted a new contract. Granted, he signed the current contract that he's under. They don't do anything less than I think somewhere around 10 fight deals now, which is kind of the standard. So he kind of, he signed himself away for the most part, but they really couldn't agree to terms because he wanted more money. If you remember him, the BMF title, the bad motherfucker. You remember The Rock? Yeah. That's Masvidal. That's his belt right now. He's that guy. Just to kind of put the picture in your head. Okay, so after that, you notice he hadn't fought since, and he wanted more money. He felt like he was a bigger draw, which I could understand, his point of view. I mean, like for the most part, people love him. And a lot of people are starting to recognize him and see who he is. I mean, I saw the guy in the airport in Houston, and he couldn't get to his gate.
Right.
All right, so he steps in, and what I didn't know is I hadn't followed him and Kamaru Usman very closely. I mean, what I didn't know is they don't necessarily. He didn't think too much of Kamaru Usman coming into this fight. The guy's a champ. I mean, 11 fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he's been rolling. Like they call him the Nigerian Nightmare. I mean, Usman's no joke. I mean, you see the guy. He just looks like a fighter. Like I couldn't see him doing anything else.
Right.
Like he's one of those guys. He just looks like he's supposed to be fighting somebody somewhere. All right, so
he not. Oh, so Usman Nigerian?
Yeah. Let me make sure we're right on that.
Cause I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought he would have been like Brazilian or something like that.
Nah, Nigerian. Called Nigerian Nightmare.
Now I gotta go with the Ah,
Uh,
I'm still choosing Florida.
I figured.
Can we get a tie? I'll go for a draw.
No. Okay, so what's Masvidal? The thing I love about him is this trash talk, and like I said, most guys from Florida, most athletes from Florida, they're known for trash talk. Think Deion Sanders, think The Rock, think Warren Sapp, just to name a few of the more well-known guys off the top of my head.
For sure.
Yeah, so
one thing he from said, Miami too, but
yeah. That's what I love about him. So my favorite quote that I've heard so far, like I said, going back to that interview he did with Ariel Helwani, Helwani said, it's only 6 days notice. Are you ready for the fight? And he goes, am I in the fight? Am I in the shape to fight someone? Like I did, like I was in with Ben Askren, who's a tremendous wrestler. No, I hadn't been in the gym here in the midst, but I've been doing little bits here and there. I hit the gym 2 or 3 times a week. But he said, but am I in shape to fight this bum? Hell yeah. Am I the one I'm about to baptize and decapitate? Hell yeah, I'm in shape for it.
Let's go.
So just anybody that don't know, when he say baptize, he's gonna knock the shit out you. He's knocking you out. I think like Darren Till, put him to sleep. Arm stiff. So when he say he's about to baptize you, that's what he mean.
What if he do this on 6 days? No, he a legend. Retire, man. He out of there. Get him out of there.
And DC, Daniel Cormier had a good point. He's like, really, it's a win-win for Masvidal. If he wins, he's a fucking legend at this point. He comes in.
If he lose, it was 6 days notice.
Right. And he got the money he wanted from UFC. So I mean,
and what if he take him the distance though? That's the thing. This man have not trained like you train, and he come in within a week and gave you the business.
Right. Now, I'm gonna give you a couple of stats on both of them, just so you can understand. Masvidal coming in, he is the underdog. Of course, being in 6 days notice, Usman's been the champ and the favorite. If I'm not mistaken, is it not 3-1, but I don't really follow Vegas odds like that. Right. Last quote though. So like I said, he took the fight on 6 days notice. He said, "I don't need an extra day or hour for this bump." Simple yet effective. You gotta love this guy, man. I swear. Bro. They call this guy the Nightmare. 11 wins, right? 11 wins. He's dominated everybody he's been against. Right. He comes in those 6 days. That's all I need.
Nightmares, I listen to Meat Meal, nightmares, dream nightmares, all that, whatever. He gonna have dreams.
All right, so just quick look at Masvidal. I dating back, one of the interesting stats that's been kind of circulating around the internet is he's had 38 fights without a title shot.
That's crazy.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, he's roughly 35-13, if I'm not mistaken. That's his current record right now. 38. So he's a fighter. He said, that's what I love to do. He said, that's how I feed my family. That's what I do. I fight.
35-13, that's crazy. Without a title fight?
38 fights, bro. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. But, I mean, he's here now. He ain't going nowhere.
6 days. And we'll give you a title shot. You got to be ready within 6 days. All right. That might be his motivation, too. That might be the thing that he be like, okay. I've been dominating or I've been fighting this long and I haven't got a title shot. You give me
he mentioned his weight cut, too. I think he said he was walking around at roughly 190, 192 around the 4th of July. And I mean, he's going to have to, cut weight, cut and make weight. So that's going to be interesting. But they fight at welterweight, which I'm not mistaken. Welterweight is about 170. Yeah. So 170, which I mean, it's say if he's walking around at 192 and he's
lose that much weight that quick.
I mean, you gotta
pull. Tell me. Forget the fight.
Bro.
Tell me.
Bro. extreme cardio, light eating. Like they
right?
go, bro.
Is you eating it out?
Probably not. You know, you get
every other day.
Right. You get some oatmeal in the morning, brother, and then you got to hit it after that. But I mean, I mean, they do this all the time. You know, granted, it's 6 days notice, but he'll make weight. I really don't foresee that being an issue. Him making weight,
I need to talk to whoever he got in his corner.
He'll make like I think that's really like the least of my worries with him. He'll make weight. Right. Now, my only concern with that is what's it gonna take out of him to like cut that weight? I guess it all depends on his method. You know, how extreme he gets with cutting weight, how easily he can get down to 170.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. So like I said, that's gonna be.
You gotta lose 20-something pounds. That's the most amazing part to me. If he can make weight, bro, they need to tell me that secret. I didn't know.
They got that special water from Space Jam, brother.
All right, something.
All right, so I didn't, like I said, Masvidal's had 38 fights. I didn't want to go over all 38, so I just went back, past 3 years. So 6 fights in the past 3 years. He 4-2 right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
4-2. So, and both of those are lost by decision. So I mean, he's not out here. Nobody's knocking him out. Like It takes a lot. You really gotta put that work in to put him away. Right. Okay, so going back to 2017, that's where we starting at. Donald Cowboy Cerrone. And mind you, like I said, the thing I noticed about Masvidal just looking at his past couple fights, I mean, he's not fighting anybody outside like top 10, top 15 either. Like he's not, I mean, like I said, the talent in the UFC is stacked, but I mean, there's no easy fights right now, especially not for this guy. Like he's not taking, no names or like lower rank guy. No. Like, and I'm gonna give you some of the rankings of the guys too, just so you can kind of see where they at. Like Donald Cerrone, even though most recently he's known for that Conor McGregor knockout, last Conor McGregor fight. Remember the one everybody was hyped for that took all the 5 seconds with the head kick?
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, he fought one more. He's fought again since, and I think he came up short there too, but I can't remember against who right now. It's kind of slipping my mind. Anyway, normally he fights around 155. They met somewhere in the middle for the weight. He's the 13th ranked lightweight right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in that fight, significant strikes, Masvidal won 30-65.
So he double up on it.
Yeah.
Sound like a Florida man. We always got to do something extra. I like it.
Right. And yeah, so just so anybody, like, significant strikes are all the strikes like at a distance, and power is like the power strikes in the clinch and on the ground. Doesn't include the small short strikes that you see in the clinch and on the ground. So, like when you're looking at them and they're giving them all these like taps and stuff, and just kind of like trying to get their attention or divert their focus from something to set something up. So yeah, significant strikes. These are all like the heavy shots, the power ones, the ones you feel. You can hear that leather clapping.
Right.
Okay, so again, Masvidal won this fight. Significant strike, 65-30. 0 takedowns. What I know about Masvidal, and you'll see this once I kind of give you some numbers from some of his other fights. When they get him to the ground, it tends not to go well for him. The fights last a little longer. He typically loses those on decision. All right. So he got Cerrone. Coming up next, Damian Maia. This guy's right here is no joke either, right? 7th ranked welterweight. Okay. 67-55, Damian Maia. 4 takedowns. He took Masvidal down 4 times. Lost on a split decision.
Dang.
All right. Now remember that. So next, Stephen Thompson, 6th ranked welterweight. Again, top 10. 6th ranked welterweight. Masvidal lost the significant strikes to him, 70-42. All right. Lost on a unanimous decision. All right. Next up, Darren Till. Remember I mentioned him earlier. Masvidal baptized him. Put the guy to sleep. Darren Till, 5th ranked middleweight. He came down to 170. 170. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Total like significant strikes. It was 22-41 Masvidal. No, I'm sorry, 21-35 Masvidal. Significant strikes. Took him down once. Second round knockout. If I'm not mistaken, it's overhand left him stiff in the ring. All right.
Night.
Ben Askren. Now this is the one everybody remember Masvidal for. He ran a 4 flat out of that corner and caught him with a flying knee. That's what it sounded like. It was over too. 3 total strikes in the fight, all from Masvidal. The knee should have counted for all 3, but he hit him twice on the ground.
That would baby mama call you and she talking that crap. You better hurry up, come get this kid. I'm taking you to court. I gotta go. Over.
It's kind of like Mike Tyson. I fought out in Tokyo. I think he hooked up with a hooker the night before. I think she gave him gonorrhea. He was burning the next morning. He said that's why I couldn't sit still in the ring. He was swaying back and forth. If I'm not mistaken, that fight went under 2 minutes in the first round.
I'm sure.
I need to check the time on it, but all right. So another fight. These are 2 fights that kind of, Masvidal already kind of had a name within like the tight knit fighter community, but this kind of brought him out to the general public. So the next fight, Nate Diaz, the bad motherfucker belt.
I heard Nate Diaz, yeah.
Right. Nate Diaz, that's another. That's one of my favorites right there. I love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wild boy, man.
Nate was a bad dude, man.
Right. He still is, bro.
That's a bad. Was like that man don't die or something.
Yeah, Nate's bad. I gotta see you some of his highlights, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's got just as many highlights outside of the cage as he does inside. I'll give you that. Okay. I think my favorite moment for him, he put a guy in a triangle choke and didn't even use his hands. Like he's choking the guy out and flexing as the guy's like
oh Lord.
Yeah, bro.
Much respect to you, Nick. Nick
right.
Diaz, because
Nick is his brother. Nick is the wild one, bro. I think Nick is the one with the temper between the two of them. Like both of them, most people call him crazy, but no, you got I had to see you some of his highlights, dude. Like them some wild boys, man. They fight anywhere and everywhere, anytime, anybody.
It's supposed to be like that sometimes.
Hey, it is, man.
You need people out there on your team.
And they would love to tell you that they from Stockton. That's what every time he's fighting somebody, he's like, Stockton, motherfucker, Stockton.
California.
Yeah. Okay.
Motherfuckers.
All right. So, like I said, that fight, Nate Diaz was the 11th ranked welterweight. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Masvidal won the significant strikes for that one, 112-43. It was taking down Nate Diaz didn't get a takedown on him, which Nate Diaz I love about him, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's definitely one of the you really don't want to like roll with him. Mm-hmm. Like he's known for submitting guys off his back. I mean, he only recently really just started, striking guys and catching them. Mm-hmm. So like I said, he's more of a jiu-jitsu, more of a submission specialist. So like the fact that he didn't get he's not always going for takedowns, but I think he's still more comfortable on the ground.
Right.
So, you can tell that by the fact, the fight was actually stopped. Like, I think doctor stoppage, to a cut over his eye. Mm-hmm. And they've been talking about, running it back for a while now. So, I mean, depending on how this fight goes, that might be the next one up for him.
Right.
And I'm ready for it. Really, I'm ready for that fight regardless of what happens. Regardless of how he looks against Usman. I want to see them two go again.
Oh, yeah.
And
like I said, a good one.
It would. And the first one was great too. So again, like Nick Diaz, 0 submission attempts. That's his game. Like he's a striker. Like I think he's got more power than people give him credit for, but he's not known for knocking guys out.
No, he's trying to make you tap.
Right. So what I've seen from Masvidal, when he wins the significant strikes fight, he's usually gonna come out on top. When he can keep them from getting taken down, he's gonna come out on top and be all right. When things the other way around, he typically loses.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure that might be something that his people might have.
Right.
Well, I mean, he only had 6 days, but I'm sure there's something they've been talking about and working on.
Right. I hope so. So moving on, Kamaru Usman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember I mentioned when Masvidal misses out on when he doesn't win the significant strike battle,
Right.
Kamaru Usman is just out of the top 10 with significant strikes landed. All right. Top 5 significant strike accuracy at 52.9. All right. So when he throws, he's hitting. All right. He's got the longest average fight time, which from what I've seen from Masvidal, the longer the fight goes, like he's not one of those deep water guys. And especially coming off 6 days notice, I don't know how big his tank is. If Usman can drag him past that third round,
that condition gonna start kicking in.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, Masvidal, to his credit though, is top 10 in finishes. So like I said again, he's not one of those he's not known for going the distance. I'll say that, Right. He's not paid by the hour. It's the saying goes. All right. So Usman again, number 2 in control time for a fight. So control time for him at number 2, 1 hour, 36 minutes and 29 seconds across all his fights, which is fucking ridiculous.
That's too long for me.
Right. Number 1 in top position on the ground, 36.5%. So when he's on the ground, he's on top, dealing damage. He's number 2 in top position time, number 1 in bottom position time and percentage, and he's number 3 in takedowns landed. So basically, all the shit that has caused Masvidal to lose fights.
Is this man strength?
Yeah, that's why he thrives at. He's gonna drag you into those late rounds. He's gonna take you down. He's gonna wrestle you. He's gonna beat the shit out of you, and you gotta last. You gotta endure.
That sounds like he got some older brothers. Man. When he was a kid,
Probably
he jumped on him, so he had to learn how to get up out of it.
All right. Okay, so just to kind of recap some of Usman's fights. Sean Strickland. Usman won significant strikes 90-27. 2 takedowns, unanimous decision. All right, you got Sergio. I'm probably gonna butcher his last name. Sergio Moraes. Usman won this one 16-13 with significant strikes. First round knockout. Got Emil Meek. Significant strikes. Usman won 50-30. 8 takedowns. Unanimous decision.
8 takedowns.
Yeah. Just imagine somebody tackling you and pulling you to the ground 8 times, and you got to get back up and knowing they're going.
Yeah. You wasting energy.
Right, it is. Damian Maia, remember that name. He's he beat Masvidal. All right. 66-27 significant strikes. Usman. 15 takedowns. Unanimous decision.
Man, 15.
Yes, bro. 15.
That means 15 times you had to. Nah, bro.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Hey, look, man, you get me 5 times. Look, man.
You get me 3. Look, I'm tired. Hey, I gotta go.
All right. Rafael Dos Anjos, right? 130-62 in significant strikes.
130.
Yeah. 12 takedowns landed. Unanimous decision.
Look at that. Between them last 2, that's 17. That's 27 takedown.
Right.
Look at him, brother. What do you know?
Hey, you got to see this guy, man. He's a beast, bro. Tyron Woodley, 141-34 significant strikes.
Bro. That's over with.
2 takedowns. Unanimous decision. And
they went
to
the
be
distance?
fair, yeah, to be fair, Tyron Woodley is a absolute, he's a fucking stud wrestler. So I mean, to his credit, that's probably why it was only 2 takedowns. Right. Most recent fight, Kobe Covington, 175-143 significant strikes, 0 takedowns, 5th round knockout.
Oof.
Drug him in deep water, put him to sleep.
I'm like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Shut up.
So yeah, like I said, Masvidal, to his credit, he took this fight on 6 days' notice. I mean, maybe he knows something we don't, but I can see why he's the underdog right now.
Right. And I mean, like Cormier said, if he win, legend.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't, he got the money.
Right.
Okay, moving on.
Right. And like people say he's a legend, and he don't lose anything because he's always like, well, I took the fight on 6 days notice anyway against that guy.
And I think it's a legend.
Right.
That's a legendary move.
Right.
6 days. Come on, bro.
Right.
They just like they tell you, they throw your basketball. You got 6 days to warm up for LeBron. What?
Right. LeBron been playing all season.
All season.
I'm sorry,
you
he's
got
ready.
6 days to get one game in against him.
Right.
I'm straight.
And you know what's even worse? They tell you no threes. You got to dry the paint on them.
No threes.
Shit, my theory, I was gonna pull from half court and see what happened.
I can hit him with a couple step backs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about that driving rim. I gotta. You gotta do that
gotta
old Tony Parker layup. You know when he got to stand straight up, but he leaned forward.
Right.
So you got to come over the back. Oh, that's a foul, brother. I get that ball.
Right.
As long as I ain't straight up.
Right. So you think about that? Imagine defending that though. So he's not taking threes.
I got to hit.
No, I'm saying.
No,
you miss one.
I got to get ball first, and I got to go. I got to
how much your chest gonna hurt from him backing you down?
You know how much his knee gonna hurt when I get through with it. I'm gonna roll into that knee every time. Yeah, my bad. I tripped.
Yeah, what's that? Zaza Pachulia?
No.
When he caught Kawhi Leonard, he put that foot under that when he landed. Let him go up for that dunk. I'm gonna be right there,
hanging on that rim. Hey, so he come down.
Yeah, tell you like, look, bro, you got to move so I can come down. Come on down.
Come on, brother. Come on. Yeah. Let the rim go.
I'm tripping. I'm catching both feet.
I'm talking about by the time his feet coming down, I'm gonna run to that knee. Yeah.
Bro, them ankles gonna be like jelly.
You messed up LeBron. So
right. Coming out with them Bambi legs.
He tried to bury me in front of my family. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like this fight right here is gonna be oof. I don't crucial. I really like like I said, my heart, I want Masvidal to win. I do. Because like I said, because I'm such a fan of his and I want him to have that legend. Honestly, man. That's
a legendary move too.
Right. But it ain't looking good. Like
it's not.
It's
not. I did not know this about Usman.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they call him the nightmare.
27 takedowns in 2 fights. That's crazy. I don't know what the record is, but to me, that's a record.
I don't know. I have to check and see, man.
Let me see. Let's check and see. Look at him, brother. You take me down 15, 12 times. I got to fight you outside.
Oh, well, funny. So he wasn't too far off from the record, but Khabib has the record. Khabib at 21 in a single fight.
21? Who did he fight?
Let's see.
That man had to fight somebody who way smaller than him.
Right.
Because there ain't no way you going to take me down 21 times. 21 times? You spending the whole match trying to get up.
I'm trying to see who it was.
21 times, bro. That's disrespectful. I gotta see you about this, bro.
You got to, man. Let me find out who that was. Some guy named Abel. Abel was not Abel.
Well, he should have brought Kane with him.
Right. I might butcher his name. Look like Abel Trulio. His name is Trujillo.
That must have been his first fight.
It was probably early in his career, and to be fair, I hadn't seen him since. So
I haven't heard of him.
Me either. So I mean, it probably didn't.
You got took down 21 times.
Yeah,
probably made him rethink some things.
Yeah, man.
Is this for me? No.
Bro, Dana White ripped up that contract in his locker room.
Yeah, he came back with that pink notice.
Right.
You been cut.
Right, he couldn't even get in the locker room. He's a pink slip in his bag sitting outside the door.
Oh man, he can't get back inside. He gotta, he got to leave where he just got beat up in. Come on, bro.
Treat him like a freshman on the team. You go change in the hallway, man.
Oh no!
Yeah. Hey,
go find an empty classroom change.
Right. Hey, let me get them gloves too, man. We need them.
They stripped that man down. Oh, brother. That's a waste of our Vaseline. You owe us $3. What?
Right. I want
Vaseline.
And I want $1.50 for that water bottle.
Everything you use, I want. Towels, they belong to us.
All right. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's gonna be an exciting fight this weekend. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Like I said, my heart wants to say Masvidal. My head says no. I don't see him getting knocked out. I see him getting gassed out, and whether that leads to him getting submitted or decision in the 5th round, no, we'll see. But I just, like I said, I want Masvidal to win. I just don't see it happening.
All right.
We're going to see, though.
I did not know but it was Nigerian. Usman.
Yeah.
So, now I'm just like, I still like my boy from Florida.
Yeah. But
then when you give any Nigerian, African, anything, this much time to train, and you just not coming to, and he on 11 win streak.
That may be one of the things.
But then again, it might be kind of equal because he could be training for.
And that's what I was gonna say.
Who had COVID? Gabriel?
No, Gilbert.
Gilbert
Burns.
So he might. Their styles might be different.
They
so
are.
Now he's like,
they are. Burns is like, another jiu-jitsu guy. Mm-hmm. You know, crazy ground game. He's not the and you know he's got good hands. You know, he's a good striker, but I wouldn't necessarily say he's a striker like Masvidal. His thing, he's gonna stand and bang. Like you're gonna have to throw hands with him.
Right.
He with all that wrestling, arm bars, and
I mean, bro, like, that's what I like.
Even like his fight against Darren Till, most guys don't do this. He threw a punch from his back. Right. Like, you know, most guys don't do that when they're on the ground just for the fact you don't get that range of motion. It's not gonna do any damage anyway. He threw one from his back, and I was like, that shit looked like it hurt.
I hate it.
Like, imagine you can't even go like all the way back. Your elbows like bumping the mat, and you still trying to throw hands.
Right.
But I mean, I think that's all he's wired to do, man.
But I'm not gonna fight. Don't. I mean, that's another thing that kind of I haven't been. I ain't gonna say. I just haven't adjusted to. Like, I'm just so used to boxing. Now we talk about boxing. Oh yeah, we can talk about boxing, but like the whole. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put a nigga in the ankle lock and all these moves. It's like, okay.
You're the thing of Kurt Angle, man.
Right.
Nah, but I mean,
Kim Shamrock and all that. I know Kim Shamrock.
I don't know, bro. It's something about MMA. Like, I love it, man. Like, so I think these guys, like, the reason I love it, because a lot of these guys can box, and a lot of them were boxers and, you know, kickboxers and Muay Thai guys, and like, you know, they know how to like strike and throw hands, but I think the fact that they can throw hands and then also like wrestle you to the ground and catch you in like, whatever submission, and some of the things they pull off are like just amazing to me, dude. Like,
yeah, it definitely art. It definitely art, and
right.
It take a lot of skills to train, and you know what I'm saying. Like I seen some people pull moves out their ass. Like it looked like they were losing, then they just they get that little slip.
All they need is that bitch. Yeah. Like, that's what it takes. Like that's what it like. It and I really too. I feel like it's a safer sport than boxing. I mean, boxing. I mean, think about. Boxing,
more head.
Not even that. It's the way fights end. Like when it's over, it's over. You don't get a 10 count. I mean, I'm trying to remember who it was. It was a boxing match. The guy got knocked out of the ring. They let him get back in and continue fighting.
Hey man,
chances are, if you get
sometimes it happens. So, hey, sometimes you might have to go up on the road. Maybe that was a tactic on his part. Hey. Oh shit! Let me I gotta regroup.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of? Man? You remember Fresh Prince? You know, remember him? Wills? He was in a bowling alley with Lisa. He didn't know she took karate. The guy comes up to him, and they get into a scrap or whatever. The guy hits him. He's out on the ground. She comes in, takes over. Flips the guy and whoops his ass. And then later on at the house, and he's like, "Why'd you jump in?" She's like, "Baby, you on the ground." Well, that's how I fight. I had him.
That's what I was gonna do. I wanted him to reach down, and I was gonna kill him.
Right. All right. He was gonna reach down, and I was gonna pull his arm off. I was waiting on it. I laid the trap and everything, and you messed it up.
Now I gotta sit here and explain to people why you out here beating people. You know what? I'm sick of it. Yeah, man.
All right.
That jump crazy.
All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up.
Yes, sir. It's been an informative episode. I might have to start checking out some more matches.
Yeah, I'll send you a couple, man. Just something that I feel like will catch your eye. Some crazy fights.
Before we leave, I got one question.
Okay.
Give me your top 3 UFC fighters of all time.
All time?
Your favorite.
Yeah, you gotta say favorites. Can't say all time.
Well, I'm just saying your
favorites. Honestly, Brock Lesnar just he took it by storm, and he was so. I really think he brought a lot of popularity to the sport too. I love Brock Lesnar. I love George St. Pierre. I just haven't seen anybody come close to him. It's something about that guy. He's not one of those guys. I can't imagine him being anything else. And then last, one of my other favorites, it had to be I'm trying to think. I got a couple guys sir. I'm leaning towards John Jones, Nate Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
John Jones, just because the guy, I mean, there's nothing he can't do.
Right.
For the most part, there's nothing he can't do inside the cage. I mean, you want to strike, he'll knock you out. You want to wrestle, he'll take you down. You want to go for submissions, he'll choke you out or break your arm off. I mean,
however you want to do it.
Yeah. Another two, Anderson Silva. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy right there. Yeah, man. Yeah, that guy right there. He was one of the first guys where when I remember watching him when I was a kid, and I just knew he was fucking good.
Right.
I didn't know anything about the sport, outside of attention grabbing knockouts and stuff. But you see Anderson Silva, he's fucking good.
Right.
There's just something he stuck out from that first fight against Rich Franklin where he shifted his nose sideways. There was something. Man. Yeah, it's something about Anderson Silva. You just knew he was good. If you didn't know anything about the sport, you knew he was good just by watching.
I mean, my list says I don't really know a lot. Mine just gonna sound crazy, but of course, Anderson Silva.
Okay.
And I got John Jones, and then the only I ain't gonna say the only reason, but one of the reasons I like the dude I play with him on the game a lot. Rashad Evans.
Oh yeah, man. Rashad Evans was good too, especially coming off the Ultimate Fighter.
I like Rashad Evans.
Only thing about him, a lot of people remember he got I think it was Rampage that said it made fun of him. I think it was Chuck Liddell that knocked him out. He said, "The man made you do the stanky leg in the ring." In the cage.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I probably watched maybe 2 of his fights.
Rampage was another one of my favorites.
Yeah, Rampage.
And I think he was more of a character. I mean, you remember,
right? You
remember he was a coach on the Ultimate Fighter. Him and Rashad Evans, they were going against each other right before they fought. I think that's when he said that he was making fun of him for doing the stanky leg when Liddell knocked him out. But that was you remember? Did you watch that show?
No, not
every episode, but I watched some episodes.
So there was a guy on Rashad Evans' team, white guy, heavyweight. I cannot remember his name. And the reason I can't remember his name is because Rampage gave him a nickname that just stuck.
Mm-hmm.
He called him Titties. And like it just he called him Titties. And like, so anytime you see the guy, hey Titties, come here.
Your name is no longer valid, sir.
Right. The guy says, man, shut up, Titties. It's like he tortured this guy like all season, dude. Like
titties, bro.
Yeah, man. In my mind, dude, you gotta fight, man. Like you're a grown man. We grown men, bro. You're not finna just call me Titties, man. Like that, I got a name, bro. My mama named me Deshaun.
Come on now.
Hey, look, win, lose, or draw, you got to see me outside, bro. You got to see. Hey, you gonna have to see me until I win.
Shoot, I'm gonna win.
Like whether it means I got to sneak up behind you,
I'm gonna win.
You gonna have to see me until I win, bro. Like
it's just sleep.
You not just
make sure you sleep.
Right, you're not finna just keep calling me Titties in front of everybody.
I'm gonna jab your ass all day long while you sleep.
I get that thumb to the eye.
Woo-hoo.
You know how to make that noise. Giving that thumb to the eye and ram his head to the wall. But anyway, like I said,
you trying to permanent sleep.
Right. Hey man, you even called me Titties. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, that is disrespectful, bro.
All right. Okay. All right, guys. We went on long enough. Like I said, appreciate you guys listening. Check us out. IG, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're trying to be everywhere.
Right.
Anywhere and everywhere at the same time.
Because that's what we do.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We appreciate y'all. Peace out.
All right.
My dumb ass hit the record button.